like you said, there's voters who weren't even engaged a few years ago that are paying high gas prices, high food prices. Their city budgets, if they live in a city, are being strained by, on one side, crime because of defund the police and the invitation to the open border, the sanctuary city. I mean, there are millions of people that are going, what is going on here? And that guy you keep telling us about, the crazy orange man bed, he doesn't sound so bad after all.
Well, and the thing, let's look at the polling. I mean, this is one thing that journalists fail to do, is just actually read the polls. They just look at the top lines. And all the way along, Trump had tremendous strength, even with people who said he wasn't their first choice, because they really do love his policies. Their questions were more, can you really come back after this devastating 2020 election, this loss? And can you turn that around and kind of resurrect yourself at his, stage in life? Have the energy after all these lawsuits and everything to overcome it. And I think Trump has won this argument that he's got the stamina, he's got the energy, he's got some new ideas, he's got some old favorites. And I think the American people have also, this whole kind of Steve Bannon, Peter Navarro idea of globalism, I don't know if they really understood it in that term, but now they do. I really think this election is about Americans versus globalists. I really do. I think people get it, the fact that all of our major companies signed up to kind of do China's bidding. They get the idea that this kind of ESG woke agenda wasn't really, it wasn't born here in this beautiful country. It was born at Davos and at these global institutions as an attempt to kind of overthrow the last vestiges of Western civilization. And the American people, once again, you don't have to be that religious or that political to know that we're born men and women, that kids shouldn't be overly sexualized by Walt Disney and Mickey Mouse at tender ages, that parents matter and we should build up families, and our school system shouldn't be a way to kind of push left-wing politics, but a way to make our kids competitive in the economy. And, the Democratic Party has embraced fully this whole wokeism. And I think the Republican Party has embraced Americanism. And I want to stand with America in this next election, not with Klaus Schwab. No, thank you.
This is going to have to be a short answer because I really want to get to you talk to you about the shrinking Republican majority. What does it mean if I was running, let's say, Netroots, the sort of counterweight to CPAC, that all three of the top Republican candidates, that's Trump, Haley, and DeSantis, are all beating Joe Biden? Knock one off, the other one's going to beat him. So they have a huge mountain here to get Joe Biden reelected. If Trump were to, for any reason, not be in the race and it was Haley and she caught the nomination, she's going to win.
Yeah, no, I mean, this is not just weakness of Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is probably one of the weakest political leaders we've ever seen in our country's history. This is a weakness of what the Democratic Party wants to associate itself with. You think of those Ivy League university presidents who are up on the Hill saying, well, when Hamas says they're going to kill Jews, it's just talk. They don't really mean it. They're not going to physically do anything against Jews. Come on. This is what the Democratic Party has fully embraced. So underneath it, it's going to be a tough year for Republicans in the House because they have this slender of all slender majorities. And shame on these Republicans who are resigning from Congress. Do they have any? Is there, there's only I in team with the Republicans, it sure seems like. Could they just do the right thing for the country, hang in there for another 6 months or a year, and let's keep stopping Biden so that when Trump is elected and we get these majorities in the House and the Senate, we can really do the work. But I really take these Republicans to task for I don't blame them for wanting to leave Congress, but this is not the right time for the country to do that.
Yeah, I was just going to say that, well, there's no I in TEAM, but there is me. What does that do to Mike Johnson if he's the guy that we've been waiting for? I got less than 90 seconds. If he's the guy that we've been waiting for, and now he's got a 3-seat majority, what can he really do?
Not much. I mean, he's in a really tough position. I mean, I don't think it's going to be possible to actually even pass impeachments in the House. We should still try, and we should still prosecute the case. But Mike Johnson, I think a little pressure is off him because it's going to be impossible to do much other than just stop Biden. And that's what the Republicans have to realize. They're going to have some shutdown, game of chicken, et cetera, and really fight to defund this weaponized bureaucracy. It's the number one issue, and they better fight for it or it's going to demoralize the voters across the country who want to really stop the Biden agenda.
And last thing, just a one-word answer. Is CPAC this year before or after Super Tuesday?
It's kind of, it's right in association with South Carolina on that Saturday. So it's going to be a big, big weekend.
Okay, that's gonna be interesting. That's gonna be interesting. Matt Schlapp, thanks for joining us.
Okay, thank you.